And the best and the greatest day to be alive is today. And welcome to the Wise Hour. I'm your host, Jay Mullane, also known as Wise, where we be dropping 24 karat gold bars indeed. Family, as we enter into this new year, I tell you right now, I want to focus on the man. So I got this coach. I'm telling you right now, he's gonna motivate you. That way he's known for it and help you find the purpose in your life. We're gonna talk about some situations, but more important, we're gonna give you some strategies, some solutions, especially for us men in 2025. So, but it's going to stand for this year. It can help you for the rest of your life. So I'm not gonna hold you guys, but before we do that, I need your guys to subscribe, hit the like button, and definitely share. We're our community here, family. So we want to make sure we get this message out. So thank you for that. Thank you for all the people who subscribe, all the people who support the Wise Hour. So with that being said, family, let's go.
At the Wise Hour, we break through the night, bringing knowledge fire, so hold on tight. Every episode, a story to unfold. We're turning every minute into gold.
Hey, this is a place where we be dropping 24 karat gold bars in the family. I'm telling you, 2025 is on and popping. I got this life coach. Y'all know him. Listen, this is King Tone himself. This is the man right here, born for greatness. And you know the motto. When you hear me saying the best and the greatest day to be alive, it came from him. This is why I use every morning when I get out of bed, when I thank the Lord, and I always say that the best and the greatest day to be alive is today. Got this from this man right here. This man changed my life. King Tone, what's going on? Happy New Year's to you, brother.
Hey, Happy New Year's, and it's good to be here. And even in 2025, it's still the best and the greatest day to be alive is today. And it's so good to be here, man. Grateful to be here today.
Yes, man. I love that attire, man. I love that attire, man. So you know what I'm saying.
I was like, this is the first podcast I'm going on in 2025.
Come on,
it's the first recording, so I was like, I wanted to bring some of the energy. So I was going in my wardrobe, and when I had another shade on, and when I saw this, Wise Hour 5.
Come on now. I'm feeling the energy, man. I'm back to the culture and everything. I want to know the vibe, man. I'm thinking about island life. It's it's cold outside. So right now I'm like, man, it'd be nice right now. Go to the Bahamas, lay across the beach, go to Jamaica, you know what I'm saying?
It's kind of interesting that you said that. Right before I came on your show, my daughter had my phone and she said, Dad, in the Bahamas is 74 degrees. And she said, and it's tying what you said. She said, why don't it get cold in the Bahamas? I say it's the Caribbean.
In the Caribbean, man. I gotta look forward to, you know what I'm saying? So I'll be talking to you later. So I'm gonna have to go in and spend some time within that 74 degrees. I know all the happening spots there. So man, but I digress, family. I digress. Well, we got him here for today is he's gonna get successful secrets for men in 2025. Yeah, this podcast we're gonna talk about the man. Y'all women can listen in. Y'all get some tips and stuff as well. So definitely listen. It's for everybody. But we were definitely going to focus on the men today because I think it's very critical, especially as Black men in America and standpoint. So we got some things here. It's all about to empower and to inspire. And Coach Antonio Landis Thompson is the man. I tell you right now. If you don't know, now you know. So right now, I'll tell you right now. So, brother, let's go ahead and go to a few points. I want to talk about these breaking these we call success myths. So I want to jump into is why social what we call it one size fit all definition of success is harmful. Why we try to cool that into one thing that fit all? Why this is harmful for us? Because we try to do this. We try to get the people a cookie cutter. Follow this right here, and you will have success. Why it's harmful?
Very great question. That's harmful because everybody's not in that mold. It's harmful because what might work in the Western world might not work in the Eastern world. The reason why it's harmful, it might be successful for us who live here in the United States, but somewhere in somebody's tribe or village is not success. It's harmful because every individual, we have our own definition of what success is. Example, it's harmful because when I started to study this, I say to myself, and there's nothing wrong with having a lot and attaining things. So let's let everybody know that. But here's the thing: everybody don't want a college degree. Everybody don't want to go to university. Some people around the world today, success is to them is they woke up this morning, they got their bow and arrow, they got their fishing line, and they went and hunt and brought some meat or fish home to the village. They're not looking if you get a PhD. They're not looking if you have investment in stocks. So to that individual, they are successful. You see what I'm saying? So now that's success to that person within that geographic, within that village. The other person got up this morning and they caught the train to work. Someone walked to work. Someone went on a bicycle to work. Both of them came home. One went to a house that is paid off. One went to a house that is on mortgage. One went to a place that they're renting. One went to a room that they sharing with somebody living in a house. And guess what? All of them are successful because the guy who caught the bus, everybody else in his family, for years he's not seen working. The guy who's paying the mortgage, right? Everybody in his family grew up, never had a house. So even though he's paying a mortgage, he's still successful. The guy who's paying rent, and everybody's like, you know how old you are now? You don't have your own house, but you don't understand. He's paying rent because he's the first person in his house ever to launch out and be independent and live by himself. So that's why one mold to fit somebody for success is very harmful because I can't. And so that's why I don't like that. Success is depend on each individual. But what has happened, and I'll throw it back to you, we look at that one mold that will say, this is what success. And a lot of people thought that because they didn't fit in that mold, they're not successful. And it's a lie.
Ooh, come on. 24 karat gold bars drop in the. I love it because I see where you're coming from. From my standpoint, I look at it, it casts judgment because if you think if this one thing is the idea of success, if this person doesn't do it this way, then you think, you're talking about the individual, then you're thinking, I think of society is, I'm adding the society standpoint in it. Is the society see, is the definition of success is I had to drive this expensive 6-figure car. I got to drive this BMW, Mercedes, this Bentley. But I see the brother on the bike, you know what I'm saying? He must not be successful. But the brother on the bike, like I said, he might have to pay off home. You know what I'm saying? All the you don't know. You make an assumption, and then you'll treat somebody what we call a low value or what you think because you had this assumption in your head. And this happened a lot in our community as men. We judge each other, man. What you do, man? I work for the city. I do stuff, go around the town and stuff like that. And so we do, but I drive, I do the garbage trucks and stuff like that. And then you see somebody in the corporate space. Then you said, this person, he's not successful. No, he's taking care of his family. He's doing it because we need them services. Well, I need somebody who ever come and pick the trash because what happened to trash day, we need people, and their success is based off what your internal drive and what you feel inside you. Yes. I love the approach you put there, bro. So come on.
Yeah. See, here's the thing, though. The gentleman who is a millionaire, who's a billionaire, the guy picks up his garbage because I look at the people who pick up my garbage. He's looking at them. He's looking at this guy, right?
Yes.
Because he goes out and he's a millionaire, but he see what this guy, the trash man, has, he don't have.
Ooh.
You know what the trash man has? The trash man has a family. The trash man has a son who loves him. The trash man has a woman who appreciates him and honor him. See, the billionaire, so even though you think you're not successful, you're looking at someone with this mega status. the people with mega status looking at you because there's something that you have. You at work, you could be at a job and your supervisor or say the CEO of the company, he could just be walking past you or something and he knows you, and all of a sudden your son called you and you say, hey, what's going on, Johnny? You say, yeah, I'm busy and I'm a meeting right now. Oh, I love you too, I love you, and you put it down. To you, that's normal. The CEO of the company, he's watching that.
Come on now.
Because he never tells his son he love him. Or his son never tells him he love him. And he would trade his position and his money status to experience what you have. Ooh. So even though you're looking at someone who's successful, they're looking at you because there's something that you have that you're successful. And that's what I try to let people understand, that you are success based on what you have. Because we keep looking. And here's the thing. Attaining these things is not wrong, but the question is, why we want a bigger house? Why we want an extra car? You see what I'm saying? What is that influence coming from? I was looking at something on TV one day, just normal stuff, and it was like a children's show or what have you. And it was very interesting in the show. The children were going to the shopping and they were pulling out their credit card. I was like, how do a child know about a credit card and they only 5, 10, or 6? Because what they see is that in order for you to be successful, even as young, you got to have that credit card and just swipe. So this even goes down to, it's trickling down to even our children. So even I have to sometimes I have to talk to my kids to them, say, hey, I say, you know what? The same shoe that you like right here and the same song that you like, it has a brand. But you say, if you really trace where it was manufactured, I see both of those brands were made in the same manufacturer. I say the reason why you like it more, or I like it more, or women like it more, is because of the brand on it. But only because the brand on it don't necessarily be the quality. It's that we've been trained that this particular brand is what you have to have. I say, when you trace it, I said, if you already trace it and do the research, you'll see that some of these same brands are made from the same manufacturer.
Come on now. Come on. You tell the truth. Dropping 24 karat gold bars indeed. Come on, King Tone. Come on. I love the approach. And you're right. And if you do the research and you actually look and you find a lot of the manufacturer come from the same company. Like I said, just the branding. And you're willing to pay more because of the marketing that has been shown to us. And I love the idea what you're saying about the kids and the credit cards. It's a culture. What we was in, and you're a member of, you actually one of the founders back there to the House of Creativity. So the House of Creativity, and we were talking on this today. Actually, Queen Monique and them, Queen Monique and King Delano for at the time of the recording, celebrating your wedding anniversary. But Queen Monique said this. She said she was talking about TV. Then she broke it down. It's television. They telling you a vision. They telling their vision to you. So you start adapting their vision upon your life. So it caused this recording here. Like I said, the kids see this and they swipe. And I listened to this program not too long ago. It was actually Earn Your Leisure. They were doing a thing about Ghana. And I didn't understand this. I didn't understand how the government worked. They don't have credit. So most of the time when they do rent, they had to pay like 1 year rent up front. Or 2 years rent up front because they don't have credit, right? And they get a house, they buy it out, they don't have credit. So so yes, it's harder for them, but they don't have. The thing is that you're saying the buyer and the seller, there's agreement because there's a physical exchange because it's actual money. It's not credit or you loaning out somebody else's money. And we as a nation, we teach people, let's use the credit card immediately. Now, that's what they said, terminology of business, good debt and bad debt. And we're not going to get that. We're not going to talk about that here because it's not a business show. For that. But one thing is they teach us the negative standpoint of spending without, really teaching the, I guess you will say, the responsibility of how to do that. as men, we got to understand the value of how we do things and what we are supposed to, what our children are supposed to,
Yeah.
what our family is supposed to, even to the point when they're our community is supposed to. So you're right
Yeah.
on, brother.
Yeah. Because there's so many that, there's so many men around the world waking up every day and they think they're not successful, man.
Yeah, man.
And they're beat their, you and kudos to you. I was telling somebody one day, we always look at, if you think about single parents, you always think about that single woman. And kudos to that single woman, right? Respect to them. My mom after 25 years, she got divorced. She was a single parent. I understand that. But here's a successful man. He's a single father, raising 3 daughters. Or he's a single father and he takes the baby to daycare. But see, we don't hear the stories like that.
No, we don't. No,
we don't hear the stories like that. And or he's a single father who went through a divorce and he think he failed. No, you're still in your kid's life. You're successful. And then the dangers that we keep some of these men, I've been there. I have some very successful friends, and I would look at them and I was like, well, why am I here in life? And why are they there in life? And I had to realize, King Tunes, you're different. You wire different. That is their mold. That is their mold of success. That is something that they wanted to do when they were probably young, just like me, and they set out to do that. But there's so many men, there's so many men waking up every day. They think they're not successful. They go into work every day. They faithful to their wife. After their job, they come home. They don't go lay up in no woman's house. They carry their kids to church. They teaching them the importance of spirituality in terms of having a relationship with God. So they're growing up in a culture in a world where their father is letting them realize that it's good to have a good education, it's good to be successful, and it's good to attain. But the number one success in life is having a relationship with God. You're successful. But because the bank account may not look like he wants it to look, or he might not have his kids in a place of lodging or home, apartment or house that he would like, in his mind, he think he's failed. But I want to speak to you, brother. You not failed. You are successful. You still in your kid's life. You still have your wife. You still have your kids. You're teaching them the principles of God. And what you're doing, even though your bank account might not be smiling like you wanted to be smiling, you're leaving a lasting legacy for your children and your children to come, man. You're successful.
Hey, everyone. This is a quick interlude right here. Hey, I got a sponsor. Got a message for you. So check it out.
Speakers, entrepreneurs, professionals, doctors, and lawyers. We are excited to invite you to join Dr. Anthony D. Shannon, that's me, to what? Leaders Live Generously Summit. It's a premier virtual event taking place on February the 17th, 18th, and 19th, 2025. This 3-day summit is crafted to inspire, equip, and empower visionary leaders like you with the information, strategies, and inspiration to win in 2025. At Leaders Live Generously Summit, you'll have the opportunity to transform your leadership, gain insight and practical tools to break through limiting beliefs, soar in your industry, receive cutting-edge strategies that will set you up for success in 2025. We want you to thrive in 2025. Connect with community of like-minded leaders who are committed to living and leading generously. This summit is your chance to come alive and step into your next level of influence, next level of impact. Don't miss out on this transformative experience. Join us and thrive in 2025. To register, go to leaderslivegenerouslysummit.com. We look forward to seeing you soar in your leadership in 2025.
All right, fam. You do not want to miss this experience. So definitely register today. Go to the website and go ahead and follow, join, whatever you need to do, because this opportunity will change your life. So we are thankful for Dr. Anthony D. Shannon for providing this information for us. So Of course, you know what he's doing. He dropping 24 karat gold bars indeed. So family, that's the end of this interlude. So we're going back now. 24 karat gold bars dropped indeed. And y'all men need to receive that. Please receive that, because society is, they're going to beat you down. Bottom line, they're going to try to beat you down. That's the world system. But as King Tone just mentioned and just said, and he said with so much fire and passion, because I truly believe in it, you are a success. You are a success. Look at your generation. Look at your kids. Look at the situation they are here today. The best and the greatest day to be alive is today. And that's what that brother's talking about each and every time. Because when you wake up, as you are still here, this is the best day. Because you are here. You exist. You matter. You matter. So, brother, you dropping 24. Let me go ahead. Let me go ahead and ask this. While we on this media standpoint. All right. The danger of social media portraying success. So what you use social media, I use social media. So let's talk about the dangers of this social media portraying success and why us men getting caught up in this stuff.
The danger is that social media is every day intentionally projecting and putting images out there of what a successful man is. Every day. Even to the point now, and I was thinking about this morning, every time I think about this, the masculine or the man on the whole is on the attack. Every time I said it, for some reason, I think about Speaker T, because he talks about this a lot. So the images are putting a man out there. If you do not be too strong as a man. So what they do when they put images out there for the man to be more soft, more feminized, the masculinity, everything is everything about the man. If it's just on the attack. So the images out there, they're putting it out there for you to be successful as a man. You do not be too strong. Just be a little bit of soft. You don't really have to love God. You could just be buck wild and go do what you got to do. Or to be successful, like it goes back to the financial, you have to have these minimum. So it's constantly putting these images out there. You got to wear certain things. You got to have certain things. You got to attain certain things. And so what it even goes down to the younger generation of the man. So the younger generation of the man, they think in order for you to be successful as a man, you have to have this. But every day it's coming at the man. So now if you somewhere and you be too strong or assertive as a man, people start to look at you like there's something wrong with you. But we were designed to be the man to protect our family, right? Discipline our kids and discipline them in the right way now. But we were taught to be strong. So now in society, they putting images out there with men that make them more soft, to make them more quiet, to not be assertive. Of course, you're going to have some movies where make the man strong, but it's coming after the man, because the bottom line is a plan. It's just to put those messages out there to pull the man out of the picture, or if he's in the picture, we want you to be in the picture or in the home, but we don't want you to be heard.
Ooh, come on, 24 karat gold bars drop. Indeed. And King Tone bring the truth, and he's being real. I'm feeling it 100%. And as men, we just gotta be careful the message that is being portrayed. Like you said, each and every time we on there, each and every day, they feed your message, they feed you their vision. And then and what happened is you get programmed. Believe it or not, is. And you get caught up, wherever it is, wherever your niche is on social media, and everybody got different niches. And so I personally put in a time block. I'll do things 5 minutes at a time. If my five minutes up, then I'm off of it, because okay, now what I need to do to be productive. But that's called being intentional. Then also saying being disciplined, then also being consistent. And there's so many things in 2025 that I know I want to get accomplished. And so social media is a tool. It's a tool to be used if you want to. This is how I tell my clients. If you want to promote a cause or a business or something, or organization, something, it's a great tool for that. If you're just trying to just do things just to be nosy and say, you can get caught up, because the algorithm, what it's going to do is going to feed your desire.
Yeah.
and that desire may not be beneficial for yourself or your family or anybody who you connect to. So as men, we need to pull back and see, hey, the best and the greatest day to be alive is today.
Hey, you
And
know
with
what?
that, yeah, go ahead.
I want to tie with that social media. What I noticing too is on social media too, whatever social platform you're on, people want to befriend you.
Yes.
And so this is what I started to notice. This is very interesting. I started noticing some people wanted to befriend me as females, but the picture of them looked very seductive.
Mm-hmm.
I say something to add up here. So okay, So when I'll be real with you. When I look at a female who wants to befriend me on social media, if her picture looks so seductive, I know exactly what she's trying to do. And then sometimes I'll see like these pictures with these women, or what they try to do is catch you. Like you say, the algorithms will feed you what you know. So I'll see these women in a nice executive outfit, suit. And before you befriend somebody, you like this. Okay, let me check out their profile. But they use this nice business executive or business image, and then when you click on it, you be like, wait a minute, okay, no, this don't look like business. So what I realized, you got to make a decision. Don't befriend. So what I'm saying to the guys out there, like these algorithms, the algorithm, they know you're a man. They know your profile. They know what you buy, and they know what you're doing. And a lot of these women out there who befriending you, they befriending you because they coming after you, or they trying to suck you in for something. It's not about business. It's not about really being your friend. It's not about following you. So that's one of the things I started to notice. I noticed in like some female befriends was coming my way, but it was very seductive, or if it was not too seductive, they come across like business, like this, like an executive. But then when you click in their profile and you start to see what they posting, you're just like, no, I can't be no friends. That was interesting that you was talking about the social media.
Yeah, and it's interesting. There's I'm not gonna go too deep with it, but there's there was a young lady that was she posted she's do OnlyFans. And she claimed herself as, and we're not gonna get in a conversation with this one, but she claimed herself as being a Christian, right? So, but she do go in there and she do wear, I guess, bathing suits and whatever it is, and she made like $44 million on OnlyFans, and a man paid her $4 million, maybe close to $5 million, just so wherever is the conversation, pitching stuff. That was saying, social media either can benefit you to bring profit or bring wealth to your home, or you're gonna be spending your money and spending your wealth. And I didn't see the logic, because as a man, and me being a man and being a grown, mature man, I believe in internal investment. So if I'm going to invest money out there like that, I'm just going to wait. Willie's going to give $4 million away. Give $4 million away just for you to have a conversation and look at somebody's pictures. That that money could use to benefit somebody, benefit some kids, benefit. And I can't say what people can spend their money, money or wealth they want to spend it. But the logic of somebody who has the wealth to be able to do that could go to somewhere to benefit someone. And as men, I think we always are sellers. So we have the resources to change somebody's life, especially as men. I would love to see the money go into the community to help kids, to help widows, to help people who are less fortunate, so they can get back on their feet. So that's my thought process with the social media standpoint. And we invest a lot in it. What are we getting in return? What's your thoughts?
I think that's good. Where you invest your time is very important, and I like how you said about a time limit, because even I have to watch myself, because I'll be on social media and I have to say, okay, I have to give myself a time, because to be honest with you, sometimes you go on there and you should be like, where did the time go? And then when you look like I've spent so much time on here, or I've seen this sometimes. You could say you tired. You can't do this. I can't do this. I can't call this one. I can't send this email. But you go on social media, next thing you know, there's 15, 30 minutes, an hour gone. So that means you wasn't then tired. It's just that it was pulling you in and pulling you in. So I think this is a whole good topic, which could be a whole different show for someone who's in like you, who deals with IT and algorithms for the social impact that it has on men and how it's totally just targeting the man with the subliminal, with those different messages that we know aware of. So that's as good. But I'm telling you, you have to be so careful of social media out there, and it's pulling you in and pulling you in and pulling you in. But like I like what you say, you just have those little 5 minutes increments that are so good.
It's good. This is good stuff, brother. Yeah. Now we identify some stuff. So let's give some people some I'll call it your personal success DNA. And we identify. We don't want to have everybody finding one thing. We identify is we don't need to receive other vision. We want to be tied up. So let's talk about success. And this is the area you're 100% your expertise. Is showing people how to discover their unique success patterns. So right now, tell the men, how can they start discovering their unique success patterns?
The way you could discover your unique purpose in life, or discover your success in life, I'm going to be real. I'm not going to beat around the bush. I was talking with somebody a couple of days ago. I said in 2025, I'm not going to have someone thinking, are you left or you right? I'm coming straight down the center. As a man, for you to be successful in life, you got to have a relationship with God. There's no other way around it. Success equals God. And in that success, what you have in that relationship with God is your identity and your purpose. Because I was like, you know what? I was talking to my buddy this morning. I said, you know what? I just got to be real. I'm going to be more real. You know, my relationship with God is out there. People know I have a relationship with God. I don't hide that. But I say in 2025, what will happen if I be more real with man and let man know, hey, buddy, in order for you to be successful, you have to have that relationship with God. And that's for a man or woman. Because as a man, you can't make it without God. If you want direction for your family, you need God. If you want a vision for your life, you need God. If you want to learn how to be a father, you need God. So the number one thing that you need is to have a relationship with God. Because when we were placed in this world, we were separated with God. But having a relationship with God, like you talk about the investment, the best investment I ever made in my life was a young, not even before I became a teenager, was coming awareness that life is more than just living or dying. The best investment I ever made was developing a relationship with God. So now when people see me today, whether it's what I do or with my family, all of that stems from that relationship with God. And that's because life is too short right now, too serious for you to try sugarcoat it. You know, like like when you try to sell somebody or people, they try to sell something to you. Okay, what are you trying to sell me? You trying to sell me insurance? You trying to sell me to come to your restaurant? Just say, hey, come to my restaurant and eat. So I said, you know what? I just gonna be straight up with man. And when I thought about this today, the number one thing for you to be successful in life is that you need God. And the reason why you're dealing with so much pain, you have all of that void. The reason why you're dealing with so much of frustration, you try to do it by yourself because you're not in alignment. You're unalignment.
There you go.
And I think you always talk about this. So for you to be successful in life, the first thing you need to do is get back in alignment with God, where you could be conscious aware of who you are, finding out your identity as a man and living that out. I mean, if we don't do nothing else on this show, the greatest thing or takeaway that they could take away for them today as being successful as men is develop a relationship with God and go on that journey. And on that journey is a day by day by day. And even when I made that decision at 9 years old, going back in the Bahamas, I'm married now, still have 2 kids. And guess what? I'm still developing my relationship with God. But the best investment I ever made was that. So because I made that investment and I'm working on that every day, I could be a better father to my kids. I could be a better husband to my kids. I could come on this church, not this church, but on this show and give you some nuggets, but also receive correction from you. It's the relationship with God, man.
Come on now. 24 karat gold bar drop indeed. He said one thing, y'all don't get nothing else. Because I deal with this and I deal with men themselves. And they said, man, I have a problem balancing. I said, brother, the issue is not about you balancing. The issue is about alignment. Are you aligned? Are you in line? So therefore you can get the marching orders. Therefore you can express and the Lord can express to you. It's the alignment issue. It's not a balance issue. It's the alignment issue.
Yeah.
So, and that, I love how the way you approach it. And then, like I said, it's being real. You know, no sugarcoated.
No.
You want success? This is how you do it. Come on, brother.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. And see, here's the thing. How we on this? As a man, you out of position.
Yes.
You get with God and you get in alignment. I feel like I teach you now, right? I feel like Dr.
Come on, teach. I'm listening.
You out of alignment. Now, the first thing you do in 2025, you get in a relationship with God. Now, because you're in that relationship with God, wow. Now you could discover your purpose as a man. You could discover why you're here. You could discover now your life is not a mistake. That over 8 billion people in the world, you know, your life has meaning and significance. Your fingerprint, no one has your fingerprint. But it all starts with number one. Step one is that you get in alignment with God. And once you get in alignment with God, you start to discover your purpose. And then you say, oh gosh, you mean my parents didn't have me because they just want to have sex? My parents didn't have me just because my mom got pregnant in college? Or my mom didn't have me just because she had sex and got pregnant at 13 or 14, and her parents told her she had to leave if she didn't abort it. You trying to tell me that my life have significance and meaning? Yes, your life have significance and meaning because your life is not a mistake. So all your life as a man, you probably never knew who your dad is, or you felt unwanted because your mom had you because she didn't know what to do, or there was so much pressure. No. Your life, we might not like the circumstances on how we came here, but your life has significance. So now you realize, wow, your life is not a mistake. So now, if you're dealing with depression, thinking nobody loves you, it's like, whoa, if God has a purpose for my life and a reason for my life, and He knew me before my mother was ever even born, He knew me before the world was ever created. That means my life have a significance. So now you wake up and you go to work now, and you start asking yourself what my purpose is. I'm a plumber, but is that my purpose? I'm an accountant, but is that my purpose? I'm a doctor, but is that my purpose? I'm a singer, but is that my purpose? I'm a life coach or a therapist, but is that my purpose? And then you start to come into your purpose. You discover your purpose. And then you discover you have a purpose. It even goes deeper because you have a relationship, and we're talking about social media. Now you could find your identity as a man. And you realize for the first time in your life, you realize that what you thought was a man was not a man, because what you thought was a man was based on the cartoons, the movies you watched, the books you read, what you saw in your culture, what you saw in your neighborhood, what you saw in your school. So now you renewing your mind and you realize for the first time what a man is. You realize your man is not for you walking into the house and you just talking down to your wife or you letting everybody skip. You start to realize a man is someone who could correct but could love. A man is someone who could love their kids. A man is someone who could kiss his son on the cheek. A man is someone who leads his children in the knowledge and the principles of God. So now you're in alignment. So it all starts when you get that relationship with God. You discover your purpose, and then you start to find your identity. And you say, you know what? You've been lied to all your life. And this could happen to you, whether you 10, 20, 30, 50, 60. You could be a grandfather watching this podcast right now and just realize for the first time you're not a man. So I always give respect to a man who have a relationship with God. So yeah, you have to come in alignment with God. You come in alignment. After you come in alignment with God for that, you find out your success. You find out that purpose. You find out your identity. And guess what? You're free. You might realize that you're only making $10, $15, $20,000 a year, but guess what? You know who your identity is. So if you go out to the bar, or you go out to the guys and they smoking their cigar, or you're not smoking your cigar, guess what? You free within yourself, because you're not comparing your yearly salary income to them, because you know your identity as a man. Oh, God.
Come on now. 24 karat gold ball dropped indeed. Since you're talking about faith, I want to throw this question out here, because you had mentioned this on the podcast before, that you have been mentored, Dr. Myles Munroe had mentored you, right? So, Coach, when since you have been mentored by him, what was the most surprising thing he taught you about success?
The most surprising thing he taught me about success, that success is discovering your purpose and becoming all what you designed to be. That is what success is. Success is discovering that purpose and fulfillment of that purpose, which is a lifetime. That's one of the greatest things that I ever took away from him. Because if I've never came into the shadows or the pathway of the Dr. Myles Munroe, I don't even know today if I ever would have discovered my purpose. And I don't even know if I'd never discovered my purpose. I don't even know if I ever would have been on the Wise Hour today. So the greatest success that I took away from him is developing a relationship with God, but discovering that purpose as a man or a woman. And when you discover that purpose as a man or a woman and you live that out, you're successful. And I can feel all the sweat going down my back just now when I said that.
Oh, 24. Okay, go.
Yeah, I was
saying
saying that from my inside out. So that's the greatest thing. That's the greatest thing. And I said for the rest of my life, I'm going to help people discover that. Because when I came into that awareness, because I'm the eldest child, and when I came into the awareness of that, I realized my life is not a mistake. That you're trying to tell me success is discovering my purpose and living that out. So that means if success is discovering my purpose and living that out, you trying to tell me that I can live life all my life and still miss purpose and still miss success and die thinking I was successful, and I was not successful. Why? Because I did not do what God told me to do in this earth. Woo!
Woo! Come on now. And you ain't fired up. Now you need to be. Throw some fire emojis up in there in the comments. Throw some fire emojis up in there, because right now he dropping 24 karat gold bars indeed. And your whole idea of life coaching is teaching people about how to discover their own self-purpose. It's not a cookie cutter. It's not that what Coach Tone does, maybe not your area of expertise. What I do may not be able to, but what Coach Tone said is he will help guide you and help you find your unique purpose so you can fulfill it and live it while you are alive. Because the best and the greatest day to be alive is today. And like King Tone will say, you were born for greatness. Come on now, brother. All right, I got the Wise Hour. We can always ask a question, so we'll try to get at least one question into the audience. So one question into the audience, and this is the question, audience. Think about a time when you achieved something socially called success, but felt empty. What was your heart trying to tell you in that moment? Hit the comments below. Let us know. All right, brother. I'm gonna get a few more questions in, because this right here can go to another. This can go to another part 3, 4, 5, and 6. But what I want to focus is like what I call the man in the mirror. So I want to talk about this. Let's talk about the pressure of being a provider and a achiever. What's the difference between being a provider and a achiever?
Being a provider and achiever is that you set out to go something and you keep going and you keep going and you keep going. Like I remember when I got my first degree, I got a first degree, undergraduate degree. Then I went and got my first master's. Then I started to work on my I wanted to get in a doctorate program, so I couldn't get into that. So I said, let me work on a second master's. It was in education, and I didn't finish. And I said, wait a minute. Okay, degree.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing wrong with having achieving and setting some things, but sometimes you could keep setting achieving, but there's no purpose behind it. You're just doing it because everybody might be doing it. So you keep achieving. Providing is different. Providing is, hey, I might not need the three degrees. I might just need a degree. I might need just an associate degree, or I might not need an associate degree or a degree. I just might need a certification. So now I could go out and provide. So providing is, hey, I'm waking up every day. I'm providing for my children. I'm taking responsibility, but I'm not get caught up in achieving, because guess what? You could set so much things to achieve that it overshadow you providing. Because what happened is sometimes as men, we could achieving, meaning like this. I could put my personal achievements on this side. Then I go after all of that. And people cheer me all around the world, and I'm achieving that. But guess what? Over here, I'm neglecting providing as a family. I'm neglecting being emotional and physically there for my wife. I'm neglecting being there physically and socially to my kids' games and to their programs. I'm neglecting, I'm achieving, and they can see the achievement, they can see the materialistic things, but here they're not spending time with me. So that's the difference between achieving. Achieving is sometimes that you personally going all after your personal things, but providing means that, you know what? Let me balance this out. I could provide and I could achieve. I could provide and I could achieve. But here's my focus. My main focus here is providing as a man and being here for a family. Because some things you achieve, it goes back. Why do you want it? Do you want this next house? Do you want the next car? It's because that's what you need or want, or that's what you need for your business. Or are you getting it because Tom, Dick, and Harry got a new one? Are you getting a new golf clubs because you need it? Are you getting a new golf clubs because so-and-so have some new golf clubs? You see what I'm saying? All of this pressure from social media. So achieving. When you go after something, you got to ask yourself, what's the purpose behind this? Do I really want this? Do I really need this? Or why am I getting it? You might say you're getting it because, that's something that you always wanted. But then sometimes you might say, no, I'm achieving this because they say, goes back to success. If you need this, you need more and more and more. And then you get up into this achievement syndrome where you keep achieving. And next thing you know, you're achieving so much. But over here, you're sacrificing your family.
Ooh, 24 karat gold bar dropped indeed. All right. I got this question right here I want to ask you right now, because since this is 2025 and this is for the men, I got to ask this one because I want to hear your insight. What is your go-to strategy to help someone who feels stuck take that first step in their purpose?
What I do is let them see the value that is inside of them. I let them see the value that is inside of them. Like a guy I was talking to this morning, he said, you know what? He said, you really let me. He said, I can see that you really I see that you really appreciate me. And he said, I see that you really want me to succeed in life. So I let people first know to make that first step that your life is valuable. It goes back to purpose. That you, just how you are, like what I do, that there is something in this world that you was put in this world to do, that there's some purpose in life that you were placed in this world to do. And when somebody realizes, wow, they say, you mean my life is significant? I have purpose? It gives them that motivation to take that first step. Because to some people in their life, they never realized their life was valued. or some people call me King Tunes, I'll say, hey, King Wise, King John, King Smith, or Queen Lily, Queen Jessica, Queen Nayoka, what have you. They say, wow, no, you're a queen, you're a king. So helping people make that first step to let them realize your life has meaning and your life has worth. And once they realize that, it starts to change their mind for them to make their first step. Because if you don't think that your life has value, if you don't think you have worth, you're just going to stay right there and you're not going to move forward.
Ooh, come on now. Y'all be dropping them fire emojis in the comments right now. Hit the chat, comments, everything. Well, we can post that right now because this brother right here dropping 24 karat gold bars indeed. Come on now. Coach Tone.
Yeah.
We can't put too much time between us now because we need to come back and actually bring some more information together because truly I'm motivated. I want to do more. I got my notepad and I said, you know what? I need to focus a little bit more on this area right here because I know that's my purpose. Yeah. And it inspired me, and I actually going to be doing some more challenges. I actually going to do a video blog of my some of the things I want to do, and I'm going to start releasing that soon into the public. So because I'm motivated because, like I said, I understand my purpose. My purpose is to use my voice, use my challenge in life to be a witness to others. If I can do it, you can do it. Maybe a different way, maybe a different style, but it's to encourage me to realize that you don't have to stay stuck, that you have people like you, Coach Tone, that will empower and encourage others and help us to find our path, to allow us to be ourselves, a unique self, but at the same time had to learn discipline and learn techniques of how to move forward. I appreciate you, brother. Go ahead and drop some more 24 cards. Then I got one more question for you.
That's so powerful, man. That on this show, it's discovering that purpose, that your life has meaning, man. Your life has worth. And there's one thing I like to say too, as men, if you hurting, you need to get some help, man. If you hurting, it's getting help. The strongest thing you could do, get some help. You might need to get some therapy. You might get some coaching, or all you might need to do is just talk to another brother. But as a man, you don't have to stay in that corner and just suffer in 2025. If you have a wound, if you have a pain, there's somebody you could reach out to in your church. There's somebody in your job. It just might be a neighbor. There's somebody. My prayer for you is that whoever that God will show you some other man that you could reach out to. Or you might put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. You might need to reach out to Wise or somebody in there. But don't suffer. As men, we like to suffer alone. We get wounded and we put our bandage. No. You need some help. And one of the ways of being a strong man is you see that pain, you could identify that pain, but you don't mind being vulnerable and reaching out to another brother for help. Go get some help.
There you go, right there. You hit it right there. Reach out. That was the comments here. You got email address. They're all professional. You got Coach Tone, and he's going to get information how you can get in contact with him as well in just a second. After this last question, and the last question is, how we do the Wise Hour. Define the word life and what does it mean to you?
Life to me, based on what we said today, life is discovering what your purpose is in life. You living that purpose out every day. And every day you living that purpose out with a grateful attitude, a grateful mindset every day. That's what life is. True life, in the essence of life, is discovering your purpose, getting alignment with the God of this world, the God of the universe, the God that created you, the God that created that beautiful bird outside, the God that created that beautiful fish, the God that created that food that you're eating. That's life. Life is discovering your purpose and living that purpose out every day and staying constant daily alignment with the Most High. That's what life is.
Ooh, 24 karat gold bars drop indeed. All right, King Tone, tell people where they can find you, man.
Or you could find me on YouTube. You could find me on LinkedIn, or you could just go to Antonio Landis Thompson, AntonioLandisThompson.com. You could send me a message, go to my website, and everything there. If you need any information, and if you need any help, just reach out to me, man. Just send me a message, and I'll reach out to you. And remember, the best and the greatest day to be alive is today. You're born for greatness, but also on this wise hour today, we discover and we realize that you were born and discover for a great purpose.
Ooh, come on now. And that's how you do 2025, fam. So definitely, Stephanie, and we're gonna have more conversations, and we're gonna bring Coach Tones in, and we're gonna, and we're gonna make sure that we address not just men, but life in general with men, women, children, everything. Is this coach right here? He will motivate you, guarantee you. When you leave his presence, you're going to go out and you're going to seek what you desire in your life. And that first one is, like you said, the first alignment is with God. So we thank you. We thank you, brother. We appreciate you, man. So looking for you to be on the Wise Hour next time, brother. So you have a good one. We talk to you next time, all right?
Thank you.
Come on now. He just dropped 24 karat gold bars indeed. Was you just motivated? Do you now you got idea what your purpose is? Talking to your men, you know what I'm saying? And I know the women, y'all were looking in as well. And this information, not just for us men, but also for both of us. So we want to make sure we set our alignment straight. And we thank King Tones Coach Antonio Landis Thompson for dropping 24 karat gold bars indeed. And brother, we appreciate you. But all right now, family, there's a book. It's the entire where. This book is a memoir of my life, of the challenge I had in my childhood, and then going through the phases of life. But it's just more than that. It's a reflection book. When you read this, it will allow you to actually reflect on some of the challenges, especially dealing with young men and and also childhood and stuff like that. So anybody who's dealing with anxiety, depression, and you want to give them a book that's going to motivate them, realize they can make it through, this is the book for them. So definitely go to the website and go ahead and order your digital copy today. Family, also, I got a merch line. So go to this website, and go to this website to support the channel. If you buy merch, you're definitely going to supporting the Wise Hour. So go to the link again and check out, the t-shirts to wear, dropping 24 karat gold bars, where understand where you are t-shirt. I'm telling you, many t-shirts there. So we appreciate your efforts and be able to purchase into this amazing channel. All right, family, you know what I'm going to say. Love is an action word. While you're taking the time to love yourself, make sure you show love to someone else. So you'll have an amazing weekend, and looking forward to seeing you on another The Wise Hour. So family, take care and peace.
Woke up in the morning, sunshine on my face, feeling all the glory in this time and place. Ready for the moment, gonna take my chance. Every step I'm moving, feeling like a dance. The best and the moment, gonna take my chance. Every step I'm moving, feeling like a dance.